Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video like up. Port Charles is never short on drama, and this time, the heat is on the Corinthos family once again. After the emotional implosion of Willow and Drew's long-anticipated wedding, another battle begins, one that doesn't involve love, but legacy, loyalty, and motherhood. In a twist that's left fans buzzing, Willow is now turning to Michael with an emotional plea. She wants her mother, Nina, to be allowed back into the lives of her children. But will Michael still raw from betrayal bend, or will he once again put up an unbreakable wall? Let's dive deep into the unfolding chaos in Port Charles and unpack what this means for the Corinthos family, for Willow and Nina's fragile relationship, and for the children caught in the crossfire. A wedding in ruins. What went wrong with Drew and Willow? The wedding between Drew, Kane, and Willow Tate was meant to be a day of love, healing, and fresh beginnings. After months of emotional hardship, cancer scares, and family tension, it was supposed to mark a hopeful new chapter, but it ended in heartbreak and disaster. The ceremony didn't just crumble under the weight of unresolved issues, it detonated with emotional landmines. Rumors swirled of Drew's unresolved feelings for Carly. Some whispers even suggest Nina may have pulled strings behind the scenes, subtly influencing events that caused the collapse. Whatever the true cause, one thing is certain: Willow is left emotionally shattered and uncertain of where to turn, and that emotional vulnerability may explain her sudden desire to repair the damaged connection between her mother, Nina, and the children. The visitation dilemma: a mother's plea or a dangerous gamble. Following the wedding disaster, Willow is left grasping at anything that can restore peace in her life. And now, she's asking Michael for something many thought she'd never advocate: letting Nina visit Wiley and Amelia again. This comes as a shock, especially given Willow's deep-rooted distrust of her mother. For years, their relationship has been built on pain, deceit, and missed chances. Nina kept Willow's biological identity from her, attempted to control parts of her life, and caused rifts in the Corinthos family that have yet to heal. But is Willow starting to see things differently? Her recent health scare may be playing a role. Brush-ups with mortality have a way of clarifying what matters most. And for Willow, perhaps the idea that her children should know their grandmother, even one as polarizing as Nina's, more important than holding on to old wounds. Michael, however, isn't so quick to forgive. Michael's reaction, caught between love and loyalty. Michael Corinthos has long stood as the protector of his family, and nothing brings out the lion in him more than his wife and children. For him, Nina is more than just a meddling mother. She's the woman who blew up his parents' marriage, turned Carly's world upside down, and tried to insert herself where she wasn't welcome. He's made his stance on Nina crystal clear in the past. She's not welcome near Wiley or Amelia, so now that Willow is expressing compassion for Nina, Michael finds himself in an impossible position. If he says yes, he betrays the very boundaries he's fought hard to maintain. If he says no, he may be denying his wife the chance to heal and denying his children a connection that might prove meaningful someday. The question remains: can Michael see past his fury and make room for reconciliation, or will his need to protect his family at all costs continue to block any hope of peace? The ghost of Nell Benson, a shadow over every decision for Michael. Wiley's safety is tied to trauma. Nina is, after all, the grandmother of Nell Benson, a name that still chills Port Charles. Nell was unstable, vindictive, and dangerous. She tried to keep Wiley from Michael and Willow more than once, even faking her own death to gain an advantage. Michael has every reason to be wary. Nina's past behavior, from lying to creating wedges between families, may seem eerily familiar to Nell's antics. For many in Port Charles, it feels like history is trying to repeat itself, and Michael is determined not to let it, even if Nina truly wants to change. Nina's position. Desperate for redemption from her corner of the storm, Nina Reeves is desperately trying to pick up the pieces of her shattered relationships. She's no stranger to burning bridges, and her role in Drew's imprisonment, as well as her manipulations surrounding Sonny and Carly's marriage, have left deep scars. But she's also a woman who has suffered tremendous loss. Losing Nell, losing Willow, being pushed out of her grandchildren's lives. The pain weighs on her, and she's desperate for a second chance. Willow's gesture could be the first ray of light Nina's seen in a long time. If Michael grants visitation, Nina might finally get the opportunity to prove she's more than her past mistakes, but the road won't be easy. Redemption in Port Charles. is rarely linear and rarely comes without sacrifice. What lies ahead? Family fractures and shifting alliances. Will this be the beginning of a new chapter for the Corinthos clan? Or is it simply another setup for heartbreak? As Willow stands firm in her plea and Michael wrestles with a decision that could shake his family to the core, viewers are left with a powerful cliffhanger. Will he relent, granting Nina limited access to the children under tight supervision? Will Carly get involved, and if so, what fiery words will she unleash? There's also the possibility that Willow may take matters into her own hands, allowing secret visits without Michael's knowledge. Such a move could further strain their marriage, already showing signs of cracking after the Drew wedding debacle. The bigger picture: a town divided beyond the Corinthos household. The entire town of Port Charles is buzzing about the unfolding events. Some feel Nina has paid her dues and deserves a fresh start. Others see her as a repeat offender, always ready to throw grenades into any happy moment. Friends are choosing sides. Loyalties are being tested. Even Sonny, who has a complicated history with both Nina and Michael, might find himself forced to weigh in. And knowing Sonny, his involvement could blow the entire situation sky high. General Hospital thrives on emotional complexity, and this storyline is brimming with it. Willow's quiet strength, Michael's passionate protectiveness, and Nina's desperate desire for love and redemption form a triangle of tension that could shape the future of the Corinthos family for years to come.